Interview is one part of the whole selection process. It is not the end. In this video, I am going to share with you one technique which will ensure that you not only give the interview, but it takes you closer to the job offer. The technique is simple: follow up. You must follow up after the interview so that it gives you a lot of benefit, create that impression that you are a serious candidate, and also that 2-3 people to whom the company has shortlisted, you put your candidature much above them. And in this video, I am going to share with you how should you follow up, why should you follow up, and at the end of this video, I will share with you one sample email which will ensure that you are mentioning everything which will create that impact which the company is looking for. Why is follow-up important? Any company, for example, my company, when they are conducting interview, they generally shortlist 2 to 3 people. And they take 2 to 3 days time to make up their mind that which candidate will match the role and requirement perfectly, which candidate will match the cultural requirement of my organization. And hence, follow-up after the interview becomes an important and critical step. The second thing, it also reinforces your interest. In the interview, you have mentioned a lot of things, but you may have mentioned to forget certain things. So with the follow-up mail, you are taking an effort to communicate, to reinforce, to put across your point of view how much you are interested to work in that role, in that company, and with that manager. The third benefit is help you stand out. For example, any company, whichever company you go for interview, they generally shortlist 2 to 3 people, and they take 2 to 3 days time to decide which is the candidate they need to offer first. Every company keeps a backup, because what if this candidate does not join my organization? So when you are sending a follow-up mail, it ensures that you are on the top of the recall of that organization. You are putting across your candidature better. You are also communicating and showing your interest. So if the company has not made up the mind and your mail reaches to them, you will be having better recall value, and chances are more that the company will offer you. The fourth reason, it also gives you some time and some way to clarify something which you could not articulate in the interview. For example, you forgot to mention about some project which you have done, some experience which you have in past, some project which you did, some extracurricular activity which you have done, which the company is looking for. The follow-up mail gives you an opportunity to articulate those things, which can create an impact. And fifth and final and the most important one is it keeps the conversation going. It helps you create a relationship with that hiring manager, so that even if you are not selected for current vacancy, the company will give you an active database, and for future vacancy, you will be called by that organization. And if you do these 5 things, it will ensure that you not only stay ahead of other candidates, but you are able to communicate everything, something which you missed out in the interview, and you are able to create that impact and be on the top of the mind of that company, so that you get the selection letter and not 2-3 other people to whom the company have shortlisted. In this section, I will be sharing with you how should you send a follow-up mail after the interview. Now you know that sending follow-up email is extremely important to get that job offer, because you will be sharing certain things which you forgot to share in the interview. You will be on the top of the recall of that organization, so that even if they have not made up the mind to offer you, because of this email, they will be able to decide, and quite possible that you will be met that offer later. So the first tip to send a follow-up email is to send within 24 hours. Like it is said, justice delayed is justice denied. And hence, sending follow-up mail after 2-3 days is futile, will not be impactful. So send your follow-up email within 24 hours of your interview. You need to express gratitude, reinforce your qualification, skill, experience, the project which you have done, and how your experience and how your work is relevant to that organization. You can also mention that how interested you are to work with that organization, with that manager, and in that company. Expressing your interest creates a lot of impact in that company, which will help them making the mind to offer you and not somebody else. There can be two situations which can happen. One, you will get certain reward that you have been selected or you have not been selected. If you don't get any response within 3 days time, after 3 days time, you should write again a polite mail in which you can mention, sir, I have given the interview 3 days back and I'm really excited to work in your organization. Since I haven't heard back, I would like to have your feedback, and I would also like to express my earnest desire and passion to work for your organization. You need to show interest. Remember, you have nothing to lose. But if you don't follow up, you have lost. You are not getting the offer. And hence it is very important that you follow up. Follow up once, follow up twice, follow up thrice, so that even if you don't get the job offer, you are able to connect with that organization. You are able to create that connection with that hiring manager, so that in future he keeps you on the top of his mind for future vacancies. And trust me, if you do that, even if you don't get selected for this particular requirement, you will be getting called for future interview. Now, how do you send a communication? How do you send an email? How do you send an email? What should be there in the email? The first thing, it should address dear sir or madam. Don't write name, because many organizations does not have first name culture, and you don't lose anything by writing sir or madam. Now, as I had promised, I will be sharing with you a sample email also, which you can just type and send it with minor additions. The subject line should say, thank you very much for the opportunity to Subir Verma, or whatever your name is. That should be in the subject line. In the main format of your email, it should say, dear sir or madam, I hope you are doing great. I wanted to take a moment to sincerely thank you for the opportunity to the interview for the role, the role, position at your company. I really enjoyed our conversation and learning more about the team and the exciting work being done at your company. I'm very enthusiastic about the possibility of joining your team and contributing my skill in mentioned area, for example, sales or HR. Our discussion reinforces my belief that this role aligns perfectly with my experience and career goal. Please let me know if there is anything else I need to show or you need from me. I look forward to your decision and hope to be part of your great team soon. Thank you once again for your time and gesture shown during the interview. Yours sincerely, Subir Verma. Mention your email ID, mention your phone number, and if possible, mention your LinkedIn link also, so that if he does not recall you, he has the opportunity to go and see your work. Remember, every company conduct interview for multiple people, and it is these small steps through which you can create that impact, you can create that edge for you, because of which you will get the job offer and not somebody else. Follow-up is extremely important after the interview to get the job offer and to build the connection with that hiring manager, which will not only help you now, but in future also. So do practice this. Why follow-up is important, how you should do the follow-up, and write a proper follow-up email so that you are able to build that connection and get that job offer. I hope this video was useful. I'm keen to know if you are willing to have some of my experience, if you are willing to know more about how I can help you with my experience of 25 years in the area of human resources. My only endeavor and my only aim is that whatever little I know, it should be of benefit to you so that you get your dream job offer as soon as possible and you grow in your company quickly and very, very high in your professional career. I wish you all the best.